What sets you apart in your market?
Well, it's probably 100 little things, but I guess the three most important things is, one, we deliver a clean, dry, shiny car. What I mean by that is we actually understand chemistry. We don't just take the word of a chemical manufacturer on this is what you're supposed to do. We understand what makes a car shiny. We understand how to make it clean. And we know how to do that quickly. And so the second thing is throughput. We understand throughput. We know our business is throughput. And time is of the essence nowadays, especially the subscription model. We need to deliver to our customer base a clean, dry, shiny, and fast car. And I guess the last thing I would say is we're committed to innovation. We're committed to always trying new things, and our customers see it. I know a lot of operators across the country are okay with that status quo or that 85%. We're not. We are striving for that 100%. Whether we get there or not, we're always striving, and we feel our customers see that. So I don't think the full serve customer has gone. I think what's happened is us as an industry, we're just going after a different piece of the pie. Historically, the full serve customer was always 40, maybe 50% of your customer base. And that's what everybody played with. Now we've realized we can build an express tunnel, make the same or more money that a full serve can do, and go after that other 50, 60% of the pie. And I think that's what's happening.
What is the advantage of having one mega wash versus 3 or 4 small sites within a closer location?
In reality, if you're just talking about risk, you're probably better off building 4 small sites in a market. But that's not the case where we are here. Zoning takes, sometimes it's taken me 7 years in one of my projects. And so now you have to roll in, how long does it take to get the project up? How much is the incremental additional spend for a mega wash as opposed to these 4 separate sites? And then the equation kind of gets a little murky. And so it's really a case-by-case scenario, but just one big mega wash as opposed to 7 washes, labor alone is obviously much easier. You only need 1 manager as opposed to 4 managers. As an express wash, if you need 4 people at each 4 of those sites, you need 16 people as opposed to just 4 people in a mega wash. So there are definitely some economies of scale with a mega wash, but I think the real reason why you would do a mega wash is because of your zoning environment and the cost, the incremental cost to build a facility like that.
Is it harder or easier to get a city approval on a mega wash versus a smaller wash?
Without a doubt, the mega wash is the way to go in my market. I can't get a car wash approved in many little towns in this area if it's not enclosed, and if I'm not enclosing the stacking area. So it's no question, it's much easier to get a mega wash approved. In a highly populated communities like the Washington DC market, the zoning is really tough. And so the car wash use is what we call a special use permit. Now it's not like a bank where the bank use is approved, but the drive-through is a special use. So an owner can go to the zoning administrator and explain to them, hey, my use is allowed, I just want the drive-through. And so it's a much easier play. Here in our market and in some other highly populated markets, the car wash use itself is a special use. So we are asking for forgiveness for everything. And so when we go to the zoning administrators and we say we want to do A, B, and C, it's just a simple no, they can't. So I have to enclose the stacking, I have to enclose the vacuuming and all of the work that you would normally do on a car, or I just won't get it zoned, won't get approved. If I could, every one of my stores would be interior free vac stores. The incremental cost to build in our market an interior store as opposed to an exterior store is really not that much. And so to us, it makes sense. In our market, we historically have never had the express interior facility across the country. They've already trained customers. In fact, that's the way we do washes now. But here in the DMV area, that has not been the case. And so having the interior free vac and our Flex Serve interior, we find that we're able to train our customers that, hey, there's a new, better way to wash cars, and that's do it yourself. But by having it all enclosed has been, what we're hearing from our customers is it's safer, or they feel safer. The lighting is much better. It's climate controlled.
Do you find that having a mega wash more intimidating or easier to navigate for your customers?
I think in a whole, it's a big plus. The customers want to come to these big mega washes because they just want to come see it. Once you get in the facility, yes, you need to be able to explain where people need to go. But once everybody understands what the process is inside a mega wash, it flows much easier. Customers are happier. Again, it's all climate controlled. And so we have found that these mega washes have been just a huge splash for us, and the customers just really, really enjoy it. To help avoid a lot of that confusion for these bigger mega washes, because they are very large, is, especially when we open up a new facility, we actually put together a map. And so when the customer is actually purchasing the wash, we hand them the map and we explain the process. Now, did they get it the first time around? Not necessarily, but you do that enough times, the customers learn the process, and it's worked out really well for us.
So if you had the option to build your car wash on a second floor, would you go for it, or would you prefer to stick on a ground level?
Well, that's economics 101. If I could build a car wash on one floor, I would do it, period. But typically in our environment, zoning requires the building to be 2 or 3 stories high. So what do you do in that situation? Two, what if, which is the case for us, the real estate costs $6 million an acre. So before you even put a shovel in the ground, you're spending $6 million for land and another $4 million for entitlement and permit fees. What do? Do you just not build the wash, or do you try to get another cost center? And so for us, we have done a 2-story facility, and it's turned out great. We've got Chick-fil-A on the first floor, we're on the second floor. We appease the public, we appease the zoning people, and the math works. So yes, in some cases, I think a 2-story facility is probably the only way you're going to get a car wash built. But if I had the choice, no, I wouldn't be building 2-story facilities all the time.
What consumer trends are you looking to address in the future?
Well, I think we all realize that our industry is scaling. And so how do you position yourself to be in the best place for the market? And I ask myself that all the time. And I think what I've come up with is this hub and spoke. I like the idea of providing a service to the full serve customer and the exterior customer, but not in the traditional way. So you get your hub, okay, that's your mega wash. That's the wash that does your interior 3 vacs express model, and it also does your full serve. But then you have 5 or 6 express car washes surrounding that hub. And so what that does, in my opinion, is it provides a service for both of the customers. They can go to the express model if they want to zip in and zip out, or if they want for once a month or once a quarter, they want the inside done, then they can go to a big hub store. But I think what that also does is it puts us in a very good defensive mode. As this industry is scaling, more and more people are trying to pop up, and what their model is express stores, and only express stores. And so if you are the competitor, where you have that opportunity to provide the full serve customer and the express customer, I think it's much harder for someone else to come in and penetrate on